Wow. I haven't seen flight. I just checked the most tracks flights and flight. The Air Force One was not on there. Now, when it comes in, I'll have to see if either of the cameras I have is showing it. Because I have one of these, I have two different cameras from the area. One is that one. You'll see it in a second. One is that one, and then one is this one coming up. And they both might show it. I don't know. We'll see. I got to turn that. Hearing music on that one. But I'll keep an eye on that. But we'll go back to Flight Radar 24. Air Force One is on Flight Radar 24. What is it, B744? Some people are claiming, hang on a second, I got to do something real quick here. Give me one moment. Some people are claiming that Air Force One is on Flight Radar 24. I haven't seen it, but hang on. Where is, give me one moment here.
We know the Russians do want those ports and to control those areas in the Black Sea for trade. Their economy is in very deep trouble. And President Trump has promised secondary tariffs that will be at the rate of 100 or more % in this process. So we'll see what the two have to negotiate. There are some reports they may be speaking for a long time later on in this evening. So to give you an updated time on this, Anchorage, Alaska, 4 hours behind East Coast time. So they are 9:32 a.m. So good morning to all those in Alaska that might be watching, just an hour behind the Pacific time zone and that golden state of California. So something interesting, when I was spending a lot of time there covering local media at KTUU in Alaska, Alaska's news source, there's a lot that they relate with Seattle, Washington. In fact, Alaska Airlines is actually headquartered in Seattle, Washington, and many of those who grow up in Alaska end up going down to Seattle in order to find more work and just to be in the lower 48. But just to think about that plane ride and how far up north you go, it's about 3.5 hours or so from the Seattle airport flying into
We're down to about 13,300 feet. Wow. Yes, as one of our viewers said, almost 300,000 people are tracking the flight on Flight Radar 24. So it is heading over here. It is heading to Elmendorf Air Force Base, which is right in there. And there it is right there. Look at this. Look at this. Putin, under 12,000 feet. His plane is getting closer. Oh my gosh. Hey, thanks to India Comparison for your support. I appreciate it. Thank you to Heavenly Intervention. Heavenly Intervention thinks the plane is a dummy plane. I don't know about that. I've tracked a number of planes of prominent people on Flight Radar 24. I mean, I can't guarantee that he's on it, but, you know, I'm not on the plane, but I would not be surprised if the plane that is widely believed to be his is his. Thank you also, Saku Satala, our member in Surfing the Darkness in Comparis Spritz and PA Jeeper 420 and Slowbird and Mitchell Pilot. Look at this. Look at this. Now hold on. Let me do something real quick here. Let me show you something. What is going on here on this camera shot? We're seeing a helicopter on the Anchorage shot right there. They have a helicopter in the air. I can't play the audio because the audio has music on it. But there's a helicopter there on... And I think that helicopter right there on the live shot is this one on Flight Radar 24. Right here, there's a helicopter right near the base. See, it's kind of flying in circles. I wouldn't be surprised if that's a military helicopter. I don't know. That helicopter took off, maybe it's I don't know what it is. It took off from Anchorage International Airport. So, but I'm sure that the authorities are well aware of this helicopter because it's right above the airbase. And you can see it on the live shot flying around here. Okay? So we have the live shot there from AFP. And then let's go back to here is the plane. Hold on. Look at this. Thanks, Tomau, for your support, who thinks there are escort fighter jets and helicopters. So there's the plane right there. It's getting very close. Putin's plane. Oh my gosh, guys. Putin is getting very close. He is going to land over here, Anchorage Elmendorf Air Force Base. That's where he's landing. The current altitude is 4,500 feet. Look at this. I think maybe we should go to the 3D view. Let's look at the 3D view from Flight Radar 24. Oh my gosh, look at this. It's crazy. The plane is now at 3,500 feet. When will we see the runway come into view? Hang on a moment here. Hang on a moment here. I don't see it on the live shot yet, as you'll see right there. I'm guessing they'll try to get it. All right, and then if we go here, the plane is now at 2,600 feet. Real quick. Okay, there it is. Look at this. Look at this. There it is. It's coming in. It's gonna. I assume it's gonna take a left turn because it's about to. It's gonna land over here. So we're waiting for it to take a left turn. Let's go back to 3D view. So it's going south. Altitude is 2,400 feet. Putin's plane. It's being tracked by 351,000 people on Flight Radar 24. When does it take that turn? Oh, I think it's turning. I think it's starting to turn to the left. Is it? I'm seeing maybe a turn on flight radar 24. Oh my gosh, guys. I think it may be turning. The track is changing. If you look at track over here, yes, the track is changing. Look at this. It is making its turn. Oh, wow. Flight radar 24 says it's going to land in 2 minutes. All right, guys, it's now I think it's heading towards the airport. I think we're going to see that airport, the air base come into view very shortly. Altitude is down to 1,600, Putin's plane. Where is that runway? Oh my gosh. Look at this. Basically heading due east right now, guys. I'll keep an eye and see if we see it on the camera. I'm looking at the camera too to see if the camera sees it. I don't see it on the camera yet, so I'm going to stick with this. But there is a camera. Hold on, I'll show you real quick. There is the camera right there looking for it, I think. But I don't know if it'll catch it, so we'll see. In the meantime, it's not on there right now, so we're going to go back to flight radar 24. Any moment, this is going to come in and land. Almost 400,000 people now tracking this flight on flight radar 24. Summit is supposed to start in 1 hour and 17 minutes. I don't see the runway yet on the 3D view, but any moment now it should be coming into view. We're still at about 1,700 feet. 1,700 feet.
But
all right, now the camera is moving. The camera is moving, but I don't know if it sees it yet. Hey, look, let's go to the camera. Let's go to the live shot. I think the live shot is trying to find the plane. The live shot is attempting to find the plane. Is that it? Is that the plane? Is that it on the live shot? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I think that's it. I can't play the music. I believe that is it. I believe that is the plane. I believe that is Putin's plane. Via AFP. I mean, it'd be quite a... That's the one the camera is focusing on right now. Wow. Live. There it is. It's coming in to land. It is coming in to land. Oh my gosh, it's coming in to land, guys. Here we go. I'm sticking with the video. You are watching Putin's plane. Matches the photo. Got the Russian flag on the back. It says Russia on it. There it is. Wow. Wow. Look at this. Look at this. The altitude is 800 feet according to flight radar 24. There is the plane flying right by you live. Altitude is 700 feet, says flight radar 24. Look at that close-up. Look at that close-up of Putin's plane. 500 feet according to flight radar 24. Are we going to see it land or is it going to go behind the trees? 400 feet? Wow. There it is. It's now at 375 feet according to Flight Radar 24. Now under 300 feet. Oh, we're about to lose it. We're about to lose it behind the trees. But get ready for this. We're about to lose it behind the trees. But now, oh, there it is. It's about to land. No, we still can see it. And look, now we can still see it. And now we can see it right there. It is. It is there. It has landed according to Flight Radar 24. It is now on the runway right there. Putin's plane has landed. Putin's plane has landed. There you go. $467,000 people on Flight Radar 24 tracking that plane. The plane has landed. One of our viewers said no jet escort. We didn't see any jets next to it on the final approach. I would not be surprised if there were fighter jets accompanying it before. It is taxiing. It is taxiing.
About diplomacy. What are your thoughts on today and how big this might be for potentially world peace?
Well, I think it's huge. You know, I think peace was attempted a couple different times between Russia and Ukraine, and things never really worked out. And I think by sitting down directly with Putin, I think Donald Trump is able to really put his charm and put his strength and show what our American intentions are, and be able to make some progress towards peace. I think meeting in Alaska is great. You know, we're only about 50 miles or so from Russia, and I don't think most people know that. So that's an isolated location. There won't be a whole lot of crazies around them, and they can really focus on getting to the heart of the matter. So I think it's a great idea, and I think we're going to have some progress. I'm optimistic about it.
It is a very optimistic time in a golden era for America, and that has an effect on the midterm elections. You've decided to dive in, recently announcing your candidacy for Secretary of State in Georgia. And is it your view that so goes Georgia, so goes the nation, with so many different constitutional offices coming down to new leadership as Governor Brian Kemp is term limited in 2026?
Yeah, I don't think it's just my view. I think it's the view of the RNC. The RNC has spent a lot of time in Georgia. There's a handful of states that matters the most. And when I was speaking with the head of the RNC just a month or so ago, he said, well, Georgia is ground zero. So I think a lot of attention from this administration is going to be focused on Georgia. And, you know, obviously a lot of our constitutional offices are up for election this next year, 2026. And the top of the ticket will be Senate and governor. I think we're starting to see a little bit of that fight currently, but Lieutenant Governor and Secretary of State are right there with them, and you know those seats are very powerful. In fact, Secretary of State's seat is probably the third most powerful seat, and the second most powerful executive seat in the state of Georgia. And I think that people need to take this race very seriously. I think the administration is. The Secretary of State controls not just business licensing and not just business formations, but also securities and elections. And that's going to be the top item on people's minds here in Georgia because of what happened in 2020 and some of the distrust that was sowed throughout the citizens here in Georgia. I think elections is going to be really the topic that's going to take the day this election cycle.
And please share with us what a Secretary of State's office does and how it does have that influence, but also how to regain the trust of citizens, because even when I cover...
Give me 1 second. I got to change the headline here. This is quite a thing.
Huh? I don't know which one he wants to see. You don't need to change anything. No, I'm saying this is the camera for the cuts. Yeah, that's going into a different... Right, that's what I'm saying. It's not plugged in yet. Oh, right now I have
Putin's
my bars going there.
Plane has just landed. Trump en route. I don't believe Trump has landed yet. We have live We have live Elmendorf Air Force Base video. There's a sign that says Alaska 2025. There's a red carpet. There's a stairs that they bring out to the plane.
Where'd you go? I think he's about 40 minutes out.
They just said, I think he's about 40 minutes out. I think talking about Trump, maybe. Hear that? I think he's about 40 minutes out. Are they talking about Trump? Oh, is this it? I think we got, is this Air Force One? Hang on a moment. Is this Air Force One? One of our viewers mentioned it was crossing into Alaska. Is that it? Is that it? B752? Guys, B752, are we looking at Air Force One? No, it's not Air Force One. People are saying that's not it. People are telling me that is not it. Air Force Two?
Where'd Tony go, Steve?
They moved them.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't know if they'll come back or
Oh, that's allowed?
they may come back.
Oh, sweet. We should all do a run before it's time.
Some people are saying that's not a 747. This is a 757. That is true. Ring, ring, ring.
Hey. Well, that's what I would.
VC-25,
the other event going on right now. At some point,
Air Force One is a 747, as our viewers say.
That's when they're going to send out, you know, IRD-1 and then at some point IRD-2. You're going to have a head-on and you're going to have a travel pool cut. Well, yeah, I mean, POTUS is not on the ground yet, so...
POTUS is not on the ground yet. You just heard it.
Is, you know, coming from, I don't know where that's coming from.
Hearing some live audio.
Scritch is over at, I think, where the press conferences are going to be, or where the photo op is going to be. Like Ron Man? Oh. Yeah. Well, the way the sequence of events is going to work, as I know it, is, you know, first of all, you're going to see POTUS arrive, and then you're going to see Putin arrive, and then you're going to see Putin and POTUS walking up to this shot that you're looking at now, down that red carpet. And then after that, but not immediately, they arrive. They both arrive, and they both go through a hole, and then they walk this red carpet.
Did you guys hear that? They're talking about how this is all going to play out.
Anybody starts calling saying they don't hear an audio, there is no microphone. Then after that, then they'll start, you know, they go to the byline, the photo op, and then it's later on this evening around 6:30, I think it is. That's when the press conference is.
One of our viewers claimed that the 757 could be Air Force One used for shorter runways. That's what one of our viewers claimed. So.
I'll see if I can find some kind of TikTok footage with it.
But I don't know.
The photo was like, stand there for like if I'm like trying to get a photo of like you and the camera together.
Hey, Tommy.
That's what I got. I was like, dude, what is that?
So what they said is they said that they're each. Oh, look, they're moving the ladder. They're moving the stairs. So I think one, then look, the stairs are moving. The stairs are moving. They're moving the stairs. Oh my gosh. They're going to have the planes come over, I think, one by one, and then they're going to, I think, walk together down the red carpet. I think. Oh, they're straightening the Alaska 2025 platform. They're straightening the Alaska 2025 platform. Oh my gosh, they're straightening it out.
Kind of pretty. Yeah. I'll make good television.
Oh, is it the sign and the platform, or are the letters attached to the platform? I don't know. Hey, thanks to our moderators. We have moderating right now. I want to shout out our moderators. This is fascinating here. Oh my God, they're making adjustments to the sign. They're really fixing that sign up so it's aligned exactly right. Ruth Krafasi is moderating, thank you. 13 Alamo, Big Ball of Yarn, I Got That Fire, Matthew Kohai 3, McBritches, Sarah, and Papa Bear on Twitch, thanks. Margaret Riley, K. Lowry Body on Facebook, thanks so much. Linda Belk, Larry Misha on X, thank you. And Janet B. also moderating too. Oh, I owe a couple thank yous here. No more thank yous. Thanks for your support, by the way, to Crotalus Unicolor, Wonder Mermaid, Justin Gillespie, Kitty Donahue for our member, Derek Holden, Will Home, Drew Peacock, I Heart Jerome. Drew, I don't know what's going to happen in this meeting. We'll have to see what if any progress is reached toward a peace treaty. I don't know. We'll see how they sound after when they give their press conference. Thanks, Mitchell Pilot, Somichi Trish, TX71, JB. Also, thanks so much to Louis R., who says, I wonder if this is a stage for Trump's arrival. He said, Putin walking up flanked by F-22 fighters is a strange image. I understand what you're saying, but I think that we heard on the phone call that they were going to walk up the red carpet together. I think. I'm not positive, though. Thank you, Janet B. so much, and Robert Twidwell for the YouTube memberships. Thank you. Let me try to get you some updates here. Also, thanks to Poco for subscribing. Jay Drabble on Twitch, who thinks that the kerning on the sign could be better. That's what Jay Drabble said. Thank you, CC on Twitch. Edmu Kashun. Lily's Thoughts on Twitch. Pragmatic Realist. Thank you. In terms of, so on Flight Radar 24 right now, there is no, I'm looking at the most tracked planes on Flight Radar 24, and this is a helicopter here, I believe. So I would think if there was clearly a, Air Force One, that a lot more people would be following it. I mean, I may be wrong about this, but. There is this plane, which is not at least the usual Air Force One, which is a U.S. Air Force plane. Now, who knows? I don't know. That's a 757, I believe. It says Boeing C-32A. That's a 757, which is used for transporting high-ranking government and military officials, from my understanding. Wikipedia suggests it's a military transport, military passenger transport plane. Oh, the one primary user of this type of plane is the vice president.
No, I just figured before.
Also, the First Lady and Secretary of State use it too. And members of Congress and the cabinet have used this type of plane.
According to the original schedule.
Yeah.
That plane is about 25 minutes away.
I won't need to use it until he lands.
There you go.
Breaking news. They're vacuuming the platform. They're vacuuming it. They are vacuuming the platform. They're getting it clean for the participants. Look at that. We got live vacuuming right now going on. Vacuum cam. They are vacuuming the platform. Tommy says the hottest vacuums. Uh-oh, I got to fix this here. Wow. They are still vacuuming. Are they done vacuuming? It looks like they might be done vacuuming. They have actually, no, they're still vacuuming. It's an electric vacuum, I believe. I believe they have it plugged in. Is it electric? Yes, it has a cord. Uh-oh. They're pointing out something about the vacuum. They just pointed to the guy with the vacuum and said something to him. Now what's happening? Look at this. They are getting ready. I also have something else I can show you. 27 minutes supposedly. I think they just said 27 minutes. Hey guys, I have a shot from outside of the base. I have a shot from outside of the base that I want to show you real quick. I'm going to put that where? Yeah, this right there is a shot from outside the base. So I'm going to just shrink that, but I want to show it to you. Oh, okay. So it went back to the sign. There's protesters like across the street from outside the base. There are a few protesters. Looks like demonstrators. I'll keep an eye on that. More red carpet, one of our viewers just said. It looks like are they rolling out more red carpet there? So is the idea that there is going to be, hear me out on this. is one plane going to be back here and the other plane is to the left? And they're gonna each be, or oh no, is that not a red carpet right there? That's just a red line. Okay, that's not the carpet. I thought that was the carpet. No, so it's just one carpet that's going back. I see. But it looks like they're putting out more carpet. Guys, they are fixing the carpet. They are putting tape. They are taping the platform right now. There's a guy with tape. Some of our viewers are claiming that Putin was not on the plane that landed recently. Where are they getting that information from? It's being widely reported that Putin's plane landed, but it was widely believed to be his plane.
John.
But maybe it's not. At War Translated, who knows what he's talking about, who I follow on X, he believes that was his plane. At War Translated, who I follow, let me show you what he said. He showed the flight radar shot. He said Putin's plane has just landed in Anchorage. Now, again, I'm not on the plane, but now I am aware that that there was reporting that said Putin was going to arrive and meet Trump, but even if Putin's plane landed doesn't mean he's off the plane. So how it will all play out with who's coming off first and all that is different. Why are people, we have so many people talking about Air Force One, saying different things about it in the chat. Again, it's not being tracked, I believe. Is it on ADSB Exchange? Because it doesn't look like it's on this one. There's a plane that doesn't seem to be Air Force One. No, B7, guys, B7, people are talking about B752 on, yeah, that's not the right type of plane for Air Force One, guys. Is it on? Let me check ADSB Exchange. This is not the right type of plane for Air Force One. All right, ADSB Exchange. Let's check ADSB Exchange.
That this president is wanting peace with the entire world, but he's also willing to use that strength. And it's something that Vladimir Putin deeply respects. He responds to strength. He's not someone who wanted to deal with pushovers like Barack Hussein Obama and the auto pen, because they did not know how to negotiate, including under George W. Bush, another Republican president, who allowed Crimea to be obtained and invaded while he was president. Vladimir Putin did not fear them. He fears President Donald Trump, and I think deeply respects him. As President Trump has said during the press gaggle on the way to Alaska, that there's a mutual amount of respect. We get along, and that's how it should be, even though you have vast differences on a number of different issues. And this well may play out to be quite a long meeting today, but we'll be here with you for it. 2 broadcasts coming up, so stay with us really all the rest of the afternoon into the early evening as this develops. We could have a very big deal later today, a peace deal potentially, to finally end this terrible Ukrainian war. So this is where it stands without us knowing exact terms for President Trump, the American team, also President Putin and the Russian Federation, and then in the mix, the Ukrainians and Vladimir Zelensky. Well, let's go back to when he visited the White House. And a dear friend of ours said, do you own a suit? And it was a great question, because it's almost as if Zelensky has been playing this character as he once did when he was doing the comedy and improv stuff. Nothing that I put down necessarily. I once did some improv. It's a lot of fun, but how did this guy end up becoming president of Ukraine? Seems as if he was a puppet for a number of deep state globalists. Regardless of where you stand on that, President Trump was very poignant with him, as he was extraordinarily rude in the Oval Office towards our team, towards our vice president and our defense apparatus. And President Trump said, look, you don't have the cards.
That is a 747. I thought that was the Flight Radar 24 one. Yes, I believe that is Air Force One on ADSB exchange. 747. Boeing VC-25, Wikipedia says it is a military version of a 747, commonly operated as Air Force One. Now, I don't think that is on Flight Radar 24 right now. Is it? No, that's not it. That's a cargo plane. There, I believe, is Air Force One, and it's going to be landing right in here. I'm going to change this to Putin's plane has reportedly arrived, because I do believe that is Putin's plane, but you never know. Maybe it wasn't. I apologize if it wasn't. Putin's plane, the plane that we think was Putin's plane, that I think was Putin's plane, what it did is it came down and then it took a left. So I assume this will follow the same flight path. Let me turn the volume on here. Oh, do we? I think, you know what? I think they shut the volume off. I think they killed the volume. I understand why. We were hearing volume from that live shot. We were hearing like people talking about the planes coming in and stuff. And then I think they were just like, why are we having this volume live? So they killed the volume for now. That's why we're not hearing anything. That'd be my guess. Again, that appears to be Air Force One, and it's going to come in this way. This is adsbexchange.com. Both great flight trackers, flightradar24.com and adsbexchange.com. Hey, thanks, by the way, so much to Matt Free. Thanks, Matt. And Crotalus Unicolor. Thank you, Crotalus. Michael Mooney. He said, any aircraft carrying the U.S. president is called Air Force One. He said Trump could be in a small jet. Well, I believe this is the one. Thanks, Shadows, 6530. And Mooney claims that RT said it was not Putin's plane. Well, we'll have to see. I'll have to look it up. American Patriot, thank you. Sandri Dibberg, thank you. Mike Rivers, Spin City DJs, Pro of Pro Gamers, Emil Van Gelderen, Endless, Matt Parker, Nick, Genitales, Jason Booley, Not Bob Saget, Pound Sand, Luke Patterson, India Comparison, thank you. V. Al Blue, Katie Girl, Wonder Mermaid, Justin Gillespie, Janet B., thank you. This plane is following the Russian plane that I thought was Putin's plane, what it did before. I believe this is Air Force One. Now, Flight Radar 24, why are people following this one? All right, there's another Russian plane coming in. Now, who knows? Maybe it turns out that this is Putin's plane. There's another Russian plane coming in, and this one is here. Wait, what? This one's a little ways away. This one's here. Anchorage is here. So there is another Russian plane that looks like it's heading for here. But that's a ways away. It's all the way over here. Can I do distance widget? Where's distance? Where is the distance? I always isn't there a distance meter on this? I thought there was. I can't remember. I don't know. So I can't speak to whether, I mean, this is a ways away, this plane from Anchorage. This is an Ilyushin IL-96 300 PU. The IL-96 type of plane is used as the main Russian presidential aircraft. Now, maybe it's the same type as the other one we watched land. But according to Wikipedia, this is the type of plane that Putin would take. So maybe Putin didn't arrive yet. All right, hold on. Now, we think this is Trump's plane. All right, hang on a moment. We think this is Trump's plane. We think this is Air Force One that's coming in to land. I don't know if I'll have video of this coming in.
J-Bear, the Alaskan base that is very famous for, actually home to all of our branches of the military, but our Air Force dominating that J-Bear where they do their dogfights, where they do their trainings, and where they make sure that the Pacific Fleet has air support and trains against all threats around the world. And Alaska, really crucial to not only global trade via plane, but also for our national security. And that came into play, especially during the Cold War. So again, it once was called Seward's Folly. Why would you buy all this land for 2 cents an acre? Well, that really paid off for the United States in oil reserves, in the Keystone Pipeline, in mineral reserves, in its natural wonders, and also now to serve as a location for a peace negotiation between President Trump and President Putin. And as the President of the United States has stated with this is really not America's game here. This is not the administration's ultimate decision. He really is going to be the broker in this to help assist, as he's been so successful with the Peace Through Strength movement, and he truly deserves the Nobel Peace Prize, as has been echoed by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel, with President Trump's assistance in stopping that war with Iran and knocking out their nuclear program within a matter of minutes. A 36-hour trip, round trip for our bombers who went into Iranian airspace undetected, mind you. No surface-to-air missiles. It was clean on both sides. We're the only country in the world that can do that, in fact. So it's an incredible position of strength to have. Also ending the Congo and Rwanda's terrible tribal warfare that killed countless, millions in fact, the bloodiest conflict since World War II in the entire world. Thailand and Cambodia stopping their exchange of arms. India and Pakistan not moving towards what could have been a nuclear conflict, all because of this president. And 200 plus days into this second term, I think I realized how much danger we were in under the auto pen and that inept administration. That in many cases, I do believe they were inept bureaucrats, but it's also proving to be what could be treasonous in their actions from the prior administration under Barack Hussein Obama and Russia, that hoax. That's something.
Wait, why? Oh, I just got it. Hold on. What's going on with this? I think I just got access to it, but... Oh, I didn't even know they were showing it. That's so weird. They switched up on me. I think I might have had it on AFP, but they switched up the shot. I didn't realize they switched the camera. Oh, well, I might have missed it on AFP. Sorry. It's possible I could have gotten it on AFP, but they switched the camera location. They switched the feed. I think President Trump just landed. President Trump, I think, has landed. I'm not seeing it on AFP. Some people said they saw it on AP. Well, whatever. Let me go to this. There's that. Okay, so we think President Trump has landed. BBC says he's landed. Now, what we need to figure out is there is another Russian plane coming in, but it's not clear. There had been an earlier plane that over 400,000 people, I think, were tracking, which some reports had said was Putin's plane. However, this is another plane, which might be Putin's plane, right there on Flight Radar 24. And that is still a ways away. Oh, hold on. Is this going to work? One? How does this work? I was trying to get a distance for you of this plane to Anchorage, right there. So I'm going to guesstimate it. That's about 30 miles. It's hundreds of miles away. I mean, it's flying at 617 miles an hour, but I can tell that that's about 30 miles. So that's probably about 100, 200. If you told me this was an hour away, I would believe you. Yeah, guys, I can't steal footage from all other networks. Some people are claiming a plane just went by the stage. Hold on, let's see here. People are saying Trump's plane just rolled by. Did I miss that? I see the cars backing up out there. Sorry if I missed that. Well, there it is right there, okay? Hey, everybody whining?
Down there with Air Force One. We'll wait on reports if Russian President Vladimir Putin, who should be following relatively soon, will be on the ground as well. So we'll take you right there for President Trump to get off of Air Force One. Now, in addition to President Trump's visit here, just yesterday, he was able to really protect Social Security in the process of getting these different executive orders signed to protect what is so crucial for the American people, delivering on this promise for those who
So let me say this. The summit is supposed to start in 34 minutes, but it's not clear if Putin is there, because what some thought was his plane landed like 40 minutes ago, but there's another Russian plane that could be his plane that appears to be about 45 minutes or something away. So I just don't know. Let me see what I can find out. I got to do some checking here. There's been too much happening.
He'll come out the front. The front, they'll drop the lower stairs down.
Oh, hey guys. So, RT, I don't know what to make of this. 15 minutes ago, RT, which is Russian state media, posted that a Russian reporter says the plane that just touched down in Anchorage was not Putin's plane. He said it was one of the advanced aircraft. Okay, so RT, which is Russian state media, oh, the door is opening. So again, RT is claiming, RT, which is Russian state media, just posted about 50 minutes ago a video of a Russian reporter saying that the plane that 500,000 people were tracking, that we were tracking, that I thought was Putin's plane, was not Putin's plane. We have a shot of a helicopter too. There is a helicopter in the area. Just wanted to show you the helicopter shot. By the way, let me say this. I still think it's possible that that was Putin's plane. We just don't know at this point. I have no idea. It's funny because RT, about an hour ago, that plane that everybody was tracking that landed, like with 500,000 people that I thought was Putin's plane, RT, Russian government-controlled media, about an hour ago posted this Russian special flight squadron plane, now the world's most tracked flight, over 150,000 people following it right now, expected it to land in Alaska in less than 1 hour. So about an hour ago, they were promoting this flight. They were pumping it up as if Putin were on it. Now they're claiming that Putin wasn't on it. So I don't know if he was on it or not. Hey, thanks by the way to Thoughtology Tribe, and Antonio Escobar, and Leon Yoder, and Quiet Storm, and Indian Comparison, Susan, Shameless Senpai, Kim Hovik, Moomy, thank you Moomy, Shadow 6530. Also, thanks so much to Peter Messier. Peter Messier, thank you. And Fred Witherow, thank you, Fred, for your support. Fred Witherow. Yes, I am aware there's another Russian plane that over 100,000 people are following. I have no idea if this is Putin's plane. It could be Putin's plane. Maybe Putin's plane already landed. I do not know. Oh, that one is about, what is that? Maybe 20, 30 minutes away? That's actually pretty close now, that one. Again, that could be Putin's plane. Anchorage, it's heading down here. I need about 1 minute here, I think. Well, I'm gonna wait. Thanks, Jimmy P, as well. So we have a live shot right there. Trump is on the ground. It's unclear if Putin is on the ground. And they're going to be supposedly walking up a red carpet together. Thanks, Kevin Borman. I don't know if Putin's plane was escorted by fighter jets. I'm assuming it was at some point. I don't know if when it gets to the airport it would be. Thanks to OU Mike as well. Some of our viewers think Air Force 2 is going to land soon. Yeah, this is, thanks to the viewers mentioning this, we were talking about this earlier. This plane is a type of plane that would normally carry high-ranking U.S. personnel, like the Vice President or the Secretary of State or cabinet members or members of Congress. I don't know who's on that plane, but some members of the cabinet, for example, could be on that plane, and that's going to land soon as well. That's right there. You can see it on Flight Radar 24. I think I need about 1 minute here. Guys, give me, I'm going to literally just disappear for 1 minute. I need 1 minute. Coming right back.
Oh no, just a flag. Steve, everybody's here. How's Alaska? Get some hikes in? No, not at all. Good. Nice. Machito.
Sorry, I'm muted. That's Air Force One. You'll see Air Force One in a second. Air Force One has landed. Trump's on that plane. This is another plane, which is a U.S. Air Force plane. Oh, hold it! It's coming. It's right now. Hold on, I can see it. Watch this. There it is. That's the other U.S. Air Force plane, which is probably carrying members of the cabinet, the vice president, secretary of state. I don't know, but that's another U.S. plane coming in right now to land. You're looking at it live right there. Rubio, maybe? I'm not sure who's on that plane, but that is coming in to land right now. Check that out. They're playing music, so I got to turn the music down, but you can see that is, again, that's Air Force One already landed, but short time after, that's a live shot right there. That is the next U.S. important person plane landing right now. Maybe it's the vice president.
Locked in. As the kid said.
And there you go, and there you go. It is landing now. Now maybe we'll see it on this shot. Well, that one's kind of zoomed in now. And then this other plane is going to land soon. $175,000 people are tracking this plane, which it's unclear. This might be Putin's plane. There's a plane that might have been Putin's plane that landed about 45 minutes ago. This is the type of plane that would carry Putin. I think the other one might have been as well. So is this Putin's plane? I'm not sure. But a lot of people are tracking it now on Flight Radar 24. About 180,000 people tracking it. And that is approaching as well. Hey, thanks also to Dwin Harbin. Thanks, Dwin. Thanks, Dwin. Thanks to Jay Drabble and Poco. And also Danku the Gamer. Also FIFA King. Drop Tech Gaming. Freedom Can. Wungus Birdlegs, who says Putin couldn't arrive first. Trish TX71. Oh, you Mike, thank you. Jimmy P. Oh, what's happening now? Oh, there's a helicopter. I have a helicopter shot here. Look, it's a helicopter. There's been a helicopter flying around above there for a while. Live helicopter shot above the base, or in the area of the base. Thanks, OU Mike. Craig Dubs, thanks. The helicopter is flying over the base area. There is that Russian plane, which may be Putin's plane, approaching Anchorage right now. We'll keep an eye on that. The altitude is down to about 94,000 feet. 9,400 feet, I'm sorry. Over 200,000 people tracking that plane now. And we have Air Force One is there. I don't think, well, eventually Trump will come out of there. I don't think that's going to happen in the next 5 minutes. Hey, thanks so much to Ray Becker. Thank you, Ray Becker, for your support. That's very generous of you. Ray Becker, thank you. Thanks so much. Very kind of Ray. Is this Putin's plane? Let me check a couple sources here and see what is being said about this plane. What's this about a three? Breaking news. I have an update here for you. I have an update. We have an update. Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt says the previously planned one-on-one meeting between President Trump and President Putin is now a three-on-three meeting. Trump will be joined by Secretary of State Rubio and Special Envoy Steve Witkoff. Okay? I'll read you that again in a second. I think some of you had already heard that. I had missed that before. So again, I'm going to read this to you again. This is from the White House. Press Secretary Leavitt says the previously planned one-on-one meeting between President Trump and President Putin is now a three-on-three meeting. Trump will be joined by Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Special Envoy Steve Witkoff. For the expanded bilateral meeting/lunch, Rubio, Witkoff, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, Defense Secretary Hegseth, and Chief of Staff Susie Wiles will also join. Oh, we have a helicopter shot as well. Hovering helicopter coming up. We have a hovering helicopter. Look at that.
Those who actually had deadlines, like President Trump once did when he hosted The Apprentice and built an amazing Trump organization, the leader in hospitality, hotels, and the golf world. We've seen that on full display during this second term. Social Security has been driven down backlogs and delivered ahead of schedule. There has been a 26% reduction in the backing of initial disability claims from its all-time high just last year.
He's possibly going to land shortly. So that is a plane that lots of people are tracking, almost 300,000 people now, which may be Putin's plane. It is coming in to land. Looks like. Now, does ADSB exchange, what does this have? Same thing on ADSB exchange. There's that helicopter as well. And this is Flight Radar 24. Couple helicopters flying over there. Almost 300,000 people tracking that flight right now. So we have this. We should be able to see that flight coming in on the other camera. We have this camera. We have Air Force One. Nothing going on with Air Force One at the moment. Sitting there. Trying to show you a bit of everything here. Doing my best. Thanks to all of our moderators. Really appreciate all of our moderators being here. So we got Air Force One. We got the camera on the ground from AFP scanning around. And then we have Flight Radar 24, which is showing us, again, what might be Putin's plane. It's certainly a Russian government plane coming in, about to come in and land. The summit start time is supposed to be in 13 minutes. I don't know that it's going to start on time, but Putin and Trump are supposed to meet on the at the airport on the tarmac, I believe. Hey, look, it's a boat. Hey, guys, there's a boat. Oh, what happened with the plane? Hold on. There's a boat there. I don't know if that's a security boat, maybe. Oh, hey, guys, look at this. Thanks to our viewers. ADSB Exchange is showing other planes near Putin. They're showing, now, we don't know what these planes are, but there's 3 other planes right, well, I don't know if this is Putin, but those might be fighter escorts, I'm not sure. But these are 3 planes right around where this possible Putin plane is. 1, 2, 3. So I don't know if those are fighters, maybe they are, but you can see them. Thanks for mentioning that. Beacon thinks those are U.S. military escorts. Maybe they are. There is Flight Radar 24. It's going to be landing here. The Air Force Base is right here. This is the Air Force Base right there. So it's going to take a left shortly and turn towards that. I bet we'll be able to see it coming in. There's Air Force One that's there waiting. One of our viewers thinks those are Russian planes behind it. I don't know. But again, a number of planes appear to be, 3 planes appear to be near this Russian plane coming in. 1, 2, 3. This is ADSB exchange here, and this is Flight Radar 24. Thanks to This Child's Life. Thank you. Also, Kieran Wilson, the One Game Freak, Outing 69, OU Mike, thank you. All right, hold on a moment. Hold on a moment. Are we seeing the plane yet? All right, so the plane's coming in. This Russian plane might have Putin on it. Hey, we got it on the camera. Breaking news, it's on the camera. Watch this. Look at this. This is the plane right there. Is that Putin's plane? I don't know, but that is it. That is the plane. Uh-oh, hell, the music. That is the plane coming in. Again, that could be Putin's plane. It is the type of plane that would carry Putin. I can't be sure if this is it. RT.com. Are they saying anything more? You're going to see it fly by in a second.
Cold hands, warm heart, baby.
Should see it fly by in a second. Oh, what's that behind it? Is that another plane we saw fly by? Yeah, did we just see other planes? Fighter jets, did we just see? Some people said they saw. I was, is that a fighter jet right there? Is that a fighter jet right there flying by? Yes. All right, so that might be Putin's plane. This might be Putin's plane. I can't be sure, but it very well might be. This is coming into land. And I think we might have seen some fighter jets behind it. Maybe they'll land behind it. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. Again, it seems like this might be Putin's plane coming in right now. Over 400,000 people tracking it. Sorry about the confusion before. I had thought the plane that landed about an hour ago was his plane, but it turns out that might have not been it. And this might be it right here coming in. You are looking at that live. But I don't know. You know, I cannot guarantee which is his. Maybe he already landed. You know what? Remember the tail number if you can see it, and then you can see if that's the one he gets out of. Oh, the camera just stopped. Oh no, here it is. The video came back. There it is. Now they haven't panned over to show the fighter jets after. What I might do is, once it lands, if they don't show the fighter jets, I might rewind that shot to see if we can see the fighter jets. One of the viewers said, there he is in the window. Okay, so that plane is landing right now. And now is this camera going to pan back? Let's see. Now what is it showing now? What's the camera showing? What's happening now? What are we seeing? What are we seeing? What are we seeing? What's it showing us? Anything? It's scanning around. It doesn't. Oh, look, it's showing a helicopter. Oh no, it's a fighter jet. Hey, I think that's a fighter jet. Is that Russian or American? There you go. Wow. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was one. Are we going to get another one? F-35. Our viewers think it's an F-35. I think another one. Oh my gosh, look at this. Whoa. Wow. Okay. Okay. Four? Some people thought we saw four of them. Well, you just saw that.
Games that will be next year in Italy, but it is the big peace brokering that could potentially happen in moments from now. So stay with us here at close to 3 o'clock Eastern on this Friday, August 15th. And it's right about 11 o'clock in the morning in Anchorage, Alaska. A brisk 52 degrees this summertime, overcast, which is very common. It's generally rare to even get up into the high 70s in the summertime. Every once in a while it will, but it's really nice when that sun peeks out in the summer. They actually have to have blackout curtains when you live there as well, because once you go to sleep in the summer, the sun is likely still out there at 10:30 at night. And I want to say the sun's setting today at 10:45. I'll double check that Alaskan time. But you have to cover those shades because it'll look like 5:30 outside in any other state in the summer months. So it's really quite the sight to see. And then with winter, much less sunlight as a result of their location way up north in the world. And this is, as Kelvin King put it, who we interviewed earlier in the broadcast, I think people realize how close it is to Alaska. They made fun of Sarah Palin for, oh, Russia's, I can see it from my house, which was really a Tina Fey SNL skit, but it's really that close when you go up to Nome, Alaska. Let's toss it there live now to Anchorage, Alaska. President Putin has touched down, and President Trump waiting for him to come off of Air Force One for this joint bilateral meeting between the leader of the United States and the Russian Federation.
It's 11 local time. Wow, 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 wow. Amazing. So the official summit start time is in 45 seconds. I'm going to get rid of the clock in a second. But again, the official start time was 11 local time, 11 a.m. So they're kind of come pretty close, I think. All right, guys. Oh, look, they switched the shot. We got both cameras. All right, hold on a moment. All right, I'm going to get rid of our clock here. We don't need that anymore. We're waiting for the summit to start. We are awaiting the summit. It's about to start. Now, there is going to be a press conference today that we will cover after they meet. They're all right. The audio is louder there. So the stairs are being moved over to the door on Putin's plane. We are awaiting Trump and Putin to get off their plane. They are adjusting the red carpet. There are 3 people in military fatigues adjusting the red carpet. The door is open. The door is open. We are waiting for Putin to come out. The door is open. We are awaiting Putin now. The summit. Oh, I see Trump. I see Trump right. I see Trump right now. There he is. There is Trump right now. President Trump is getting off the plane. He is walking.
press. Press your word.
Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Let's go. Let's go around here. Come on, guys.
We're still holding for a minute. Okay. The driver's here, so.
For a ball and stuff?
We'll have to come down. We'll stay up until the motorcade leaves. That stays up for now.
Hey, Bill. Let me just hold on the line for you here.
And a warm greeting on the tarmac of J-Bear, the red carpet with President Trump of the United States and Russian Federation President Vladimir Putin. All smiles, all handshakes for those Kalshi voters and traders. I think it was about 10 seconds. Am I right, Mr. Producer? I think that was a 10-second handshake. So it was over that 3-second question. So make sure you go to all of the big questions and stick with us here. There's more to come on Right Side Broadcast Network with this historic meeting between President Trump and President Putin. But in the meantime, more questions at kalshi.com/RSBN. Our great sponsor here at the network. Will President Trump say at the press conference following the Trump-Putin meeting? Will it involve Zelensky, NATO, going nuclear or not? So all those different questions that are on this wonderful trading website. And you can see it in real time right now, all those different questions of who will help attend. Will Caroline Leavitt be on hand? Will Pete Hegseth be on hand? What different groups from the cabinet on either side with the Russian Federation and the United States defense apparatus to work on all these things. And it seems as if President Trump, the commander-in-chief, choreographing those beautiful F-15 flyovers for Alaska 2025, a summit that almost looks like it could be a precursor to the Italian 2026 Olympic Games. But would it not be wonderful to have the end of the Ukrainian war leading into those peaceful Olympic Games? So kalshi.com/RSBN, your go-to for all questions facing America domestically and internationally. Also, Tax Network USA, tnusa.com/RSBN. Settle those back taxes now and protect yourself from the IRS. Call today, don't delay. 800-357-1415. protect yourself from the over 80,000 plus agents the AutoPen put into place. Now, President Trump assigning many of them to the border to assist with those efforts. But these great patriots here at Tax Network USA, they have accountant expertise, some of them having worked for the IRS in the past, so they just want to help you.
We can leave all our stuff out here, right? I'll cover it up in case it rains.
Sure, if you want to. Then you can pull the plug.
I'm going to show you the... Whoa, that's too loud. You know what? Their audio was a bit messed up on that shot, I think. I think their audio was messed up and they fixed the audio. The audio was low on that shot, and I think as they were taking it down, they somehow fixed it for a second or something. Oh, look at this! Hold on, what's this? That's where the press conference is going to be. Okay, let's take a look at. I want to look at the flyby and what happened there. So give me a moment. I'm going to throw this on the screen for you. This is what I need to do. So let's watch when Putin came out and he was walking with Trump, and then they had that big flyover. Let me show you that. That was quite a moment. Oops, I have a typo. Sorry, I typed the headline in and I had a typo there. Sorry. Thanks for letting me know. There we go. Okay, now here it is. All right, hold on. Is this it right here? Right here. I got it. Okay, here is the moment from before. And let me just get this on the screen for you here. Oh, I'll put it down here. Now, okay, so here's Putin and Trump walking right here, okay? They're walking here. Watch. Now look at Putin. Putin looks up there. Now Putin is really looking up there a bunch. Look, he's still looking up at it, and Trump is looking up. See that? Now Putin's still looking up. And I actually have, let me show you, I have more video of that flyover. I have a longer video of the flyover. Here, look, here's the longer version of the flyover right here. This is the flyover right here. Watch, you'll see it. Look at that. Was that a B2? Is that what that is? I'm not sure. Some of our viewers think that was a message to Putin. Again, I don't know if he knew that was coming. He spent a bunch of time looking at it. So here again is what happened when they were walking. So they're walking. You can actually hear it on the audio here. You're going to hear me on this. There they are, Putin and Trump. This is from moments ago. Moments ago. Now Putin looks up. Putin looks up. What's going on? What's happening? He's still looking. Trump's looking. Oh, there's planes flying by. There's planes flying by. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. It's a flyby. Oh my gosh, it's a flyby. Wow. There you go. There you go. We saw it. Whoa, I didn't know that was coming. I did not know that was coming. I really didn't know it was coming. Okay, anyway, so that happened. That happened. A very interesting moment. Very interesting moment. Fettuccini thinks Putin did not look scared. Now, I assume they're going to do some sort of this is the press. They're not going to do a press conference yet. This is the press conference venue. But I think we're going to see some kind of shot before they all start talking. So we'll wait to see what the next shot is that we see. Here again is the video of the actual planes in the flyover right here. I'll just play the actual flyover video from AFP. Right there's the whole thing. You'll see. They really had to time that. They had to do it while they were walking on the tarmac. Yeah, I think that's that looks like a B-2 Spirit bomber. I believe that there have only been 21 built of the B-2 Spirit bomber. As you can see right here, Wikipedia. The Northrop B-2 Spirit, American heavy strategic bomber. Stealth bomber. "21 of them were built. Yes, it says at a cost of around $2 billion each. Okay, so we saw that. So one of our viewers, AD, thought it was a power play by Trump. Now, let me see what I have here. We should be getting some sort of other shot soon for when they show up wherever they're at the base, well, when they go inside at the base. Again, according to the White House, I just wanted to mention this. The White House said White House pool says it's a short drive to the summit destination, to the summit location. The military aircraft in the flyover it was B-2s and F-22s. So it looked like a B-2 and F-22s. That's according to the White House pool reporter Brett Samuels. They did not respond to shouted questions. Secretary of State Rubio, Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick, and I think it's CIA Director Ratcliffe were standing just off the tarmac as the president came in, according to the White House pool report. Again, I'm literally looking at the White House reporter, the official White House pool reporter, who said that the flyover was B-2s and F-22s. So if he's wrong, he's wrong. But that I'm literally just reading you the report that's sent out to the White House from the White House pool. Some of you think he is wrong. I don't believe there is volume yet on this shot that we're looking at. Oh, you know what I got to check too? Hold on a second. I also need to check. I didn't even think about it. Oh, the White House has video coming up. All right, hold on a second here. Good. Hey guys, look at this. Look at this. Look at this here. We will begin shortly. President Trump participates in a bilateral meeting with the president of the Russian Federation. Oh, we got video. We got video. Hold on, there's video right now. There's video. It's kind of blurry, but we got video. There they are. There they are. They're there.
Come on, guys. Why is your President Trump trust your word now? Thank you, press. 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 Thank you, press.
Hang on. We'll fix the volume. There it is. There it is. Thank you, press.
Come on, guys. Let's go.
Oh, no. They're kicking them out. They're kicking them out. They kicked them out. The White House was live for that. The White House. That is the shortest. So I was showing you the Reuters stream and the White House stream. No joke. I think that's the shortest White House stream I've ever seen. Because that feed right there, you saw it. It said coming up. It was probably on. It was on for less than the Reuters one. So I wonder if that was a change of schedule. It's normally I don't think the White House would post a video like that on their social media to show you 10 seconds or whatever it was. I'll rewind that for you. But I mean, the actual amount of time that you could see them on the White House official video was probably less than a minute. The Reuters was pretty quick too. Here, let me show you what that was. I'm very short. Probably about 50 seconds. Here, this is what it looked like. This was moments ago. This was moments ago. Right here. Again, that's not live. It's about 2 minutes ago.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
That's it.
Come on, guys. Let's go. Thank you, press. Let's go. Thank you, press.
Yeah, that was it. It's that was kind of strange because one of our viewers said, "Why were they let in there?" So normally, if you have the reporters go in and you have the White House doing a video on their social media, they wouldn't do it for 10 seconds. So I don't know if a plan got changed. Because I think oh, hold on, I'm seeing something again. Hold on. But this is from before. What is this? That was earlier. There's Rubio. There's Lavrov on the left, the foreign minister of Russia. So, but I thought that normally you would have like them say a little bit. But really there was nothing. So you're looking at the Reuters shot there. That's a Reuters shot from a couple minutes ago. It's their feed, but they're just showing the photo. Anyways, I think so. That was something. Wow, the White House. Yeah, that seemed like it wasn't really the plan because, again, the White House went live for it, and it was about 30 seconds. Well, we'll see what comes up here. I have the Reuters feed on. They're just showing this picture right now. I don't know if they're going to transition to something else. Matthew Felty. Thanks, Matthew. Thought it looked like a planned photo op only. Let me see what else I have here. Yeah, everybody's just showing this right now. What is this? Hey, a quick thanks to, let me say thanks to a couple people while we have a second here. Matthew Felty, Josh White, Leon Yoder, who says, can we make decorum great again, please? Thank you, Leon. Thanks, Marcus, our member. Oh, look, they're replaying it, I think. Hold on. I think they're replaying the video. I don't think this is live. This is a replayed video. There's Steve Witkoff, I believe. This was moments ago. Moments ago. I don't even think there's audio on that clip. There was audio on the original one, but I don't hear audio on this particular one. And I think Trump is saying, like, thank you there. They're waiting for everybody to leave. Waiting for everybody to leave. Again, this is a clip from a couple minutes ago. There you go. Thanks to Chill23. Okay, there's a live shot right there. That's a live shot. Thanks also to Patrick O'Donohoe, Jiggle Jess #1, Rob McGuffin, Bullet 850, Mass, Gitter Dun KY, Texas Bully Mom, Rock K9, Flexburger, Aaron, Two Treed Gaming, Lisa, Andrew, Kiwi, our member, thank you, Christopher Chapman, Balls thinks the USA won the handshake. Fluffy Puppy, Puffy Puppy, thank you. There's that photo that's shot from before. Pristine Auto Detailing, LLC Chad, thank you. And Spectral on White and Kathy. And, hold on, I have a couple more thank yous I got behind while all this stuff was going on. The Roddy Mom, Carol's Dark Sarcasm, thank you. I think I thanked Thomas Bosnay. Oh, that's live. Also, shout out to Pingatoso on Twitch. Thank you.